Understood.
Time to battle!
Very well. Moving out.
An unprecedented incident has occurred. Raptures have entered the Ark. However, thanks to the central government's rapid response time, citizens were all evacuated to the safety shelters in time. Thanks to the remarkable efforts of the NIKKEs who have been deployed to fight the Raptures, there are astonishing reports of 0 casualties. The Ark is safe. According to statements from the central government, the entire incident is expected to be resolved within 2 days. Citizens are strongly advised to remain inside the shelters. In order to prevent any loss of life, the doors to the shelters will only be unlocked once the situation is resolved. Escape attempts are strongly discouraged, and be warned that anyone who attempts to approach the shelter doors may be shot. There are plenty of supplies inside the shelters, so we encourage citizens to remain calm and stay where they are.
Huh. This train's a one-way ticket to hell.
What should the first target be? Everything's let's get this party started! Focus fire!
Time to finish it. Target clear.
Everything's let's get this party started! Faster, stronger, keep shooting! Reload!
This battle's finished. Moving on.
That was quick. Have you been watching me this entire time?
No. We caught the signal.
What signal?
AZX has the ability to neutralize detonation signals. It can catch and prevent thousands of detonation signals, and it can trace them as well. Letting this train explode once was one time too many. It won't happen again.
You're well prepared.
Are you Crow from Exotic? Why are you doing this?
Am I supposed to talk just because you've got a gun in my face?
Just answer the question.
I'm not telling you anything.
Alright, let's try this again. Do you know about the AFX train?
I do.
Is that all you have to say?
I don't know what you want to hear.
Were you the one who sabotaged AFX the previous time?
Guilty as charged.
Diesel!
So it was you. Damn you. All those people. My brother.
You're sick. You people, you all are. Every last one of you. All of Elysian.
What are you talking about?
Every female who died in that attack was turned into a NIKKE to work for the railway. If that's not in poor taste, I don't know what is. You're all being duped and you don't even know it. They're using your own memories against you and making you their puppets.
Are you finished?
Are you going to kill me?
Yes.
Why?
Payback.
I see. Your inhibitor hasn't been turned off, so you can't shoot me.
Don't move!
Over there should work. You see that yellow thingamajig over there? Shoot the bottom part of it. It'll rupture and shrapnel will go flying. One of those fragments should hit me in the head.
Is this supposed to be some kind of joke?
Not at all. I'm trying to help you out. If you do as I say, you'll be able to kill me even with your inhibitor on.
Do you think I can't do it? All these years, I've thought of nothing else. I can still see my brother's face. I can hear him calling my name. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, my brother...
So shoot. I won't resist.
Oh, don't you worry. I will.
Oh dear. Is this your first time shooting someone? Let me give you a tip. You've got to disassociate from the act itself. Think of it like this. You're just shooting an object beside me. You're not actually shooting me. Don't think too much about the rest. Like, I might hurt her, or even kill her. Nope. Now, concentrate and do what you have to do. The nymph has branded those images in your mind. Focus and cast them out. Then you can shoot.
Thanks. I'm thinking quite clearly now. Now go to hell. Celine?
Red has reported. We can't shoot.
Why?
It's just a feeling. I can't explain. Just don't do it. I'm begging you.
Celine, I've realized something.
What?
This is why they turned us into NIKKE's working on AZX. It was for this moment. This is why I work for Infinity Rail. It was all leading up to this moment. So please, Celine, don't stop me. I have the right to my revenge. All those people who perished. My brother.
No, don't. I don't know exactly how it works, but NIKKE's abilities are determined by the aspirations of their previous life. None of us became Nikke's for the sake of revenge. We don't have that in us. Brid drives the train, you handle the management aspects, and I tend to the passengers. That's what we're good at. Making our passengers feel comfortable and safe is what we do best. That's what we dream of. Not revenge. So please, don't shoot. If you pull that trigger, there's no going back. Every time you see AZX, all you'll ever remember is killing this woman.
Celine.
If you're not going to pull the trigger, then may I be excused? You two are
Shut up. Not another word. Just leave. Don't ever let me see you near this train again.
As you wish.
Celine, I
wanted to do it too. But I was scared. I couldn't do it. Not only was I scared to shoot, I was scared that you'd do it as well. That's why I stopped you. Diesel? Did I do the right thing?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Celine, for stopping me.
Seems you encountered some difficulties.
Indeed I did.
You seem somewhat agitated. Is something wrong?
No.
Good. Huh. Do you think Jackal is safe?
Not sure. That depends on her.
What a fine kettle of fish this is. You tell Jackal to put her life on the line, and that's all you have to say?
If she followed my orders, she'd be dead. If she didn't, she's probably alive.
Do you think she obeyed your orders?
I do.
So she's dead then?
Most likely.
That's a shame. It would have been nice to have a proper farewell.
That's all. We believe Crow has somehow snuck into the medical center. She knew that's where AZX was headed, and she could easily blend in with the rest of the crowd. I doubt she'll be waltzing through the front door. This medical center is massive, and there are many different entrances. Commander, I couldn't shoot. I thought about it more times than I can count, but in the end, I couldn't do it. Celine said something to the same effect. There's no place safer in the Ark than this medical center. The entire building is outfitted with the same signal-neutralizing technology that ACX has. Any explosions will be stopped before they go off. It's impossible to carry out a large-scale attack on this place. Even so, the fact that Crow is so intent on going there tells me she has something else planned. All right. Please, be careful.
Commander, are you okay? What on earth is she up to? First, she sabotages the shelter, then she makes off with the Bauhaus. She's gone haywire.
Roger. Good grief.
Let's make our way to the medical center. For the time being, it doesn't matter what she's trying to do. We just need to catch her.
Next.
Wow. How many is that? It's gotta be at least 20 by now.
Don't know. Haven't been keeping count.
I've gotta give it up to Dobin. He's got some real guts taking you on himself. He probably could have sent in additional troops and wiped you out.
I took a gamble and it paid off. With Dobin, it's all about pride. I knew there was no way he'd turn down a chance to face me head on.
Really? I always had the opposite impression. He has no compunctions about using whatever low-down, dirty trick available to him. Wonder why that's changed.
Beats me. Maybe he's just a moron. If they all attack at once, I don't think I can hold out. Their inhibitors have been deactivated, but mine hasn't.
Can't you ask Mustang to deactivate it for you?
Oh, his hands are full as well. You of all people should know to have faith in your fellow comrades. We all have our roles to play. It's all about having faith and counting on the best outcome. If I come crawling to Mustang begging for him to deactivate my inhibitor, I'd look like a major dork.
Well, may I remind you that the first to die are usually those preoccupied with looking cool.
Stop mouthing off!
This is just a prediction, but I think Dobin will lose his cool and retaliate soon. Maybe it'd be best to get out of there?
No, it should be okay. If I keep holding my ground, it should strike a major blow to Dobin's ego.
You stupid idiots! What are you doing? In what world does an army of central government-issued Nikkes fail to best a street urchin like her?
This street urchin doesn't take too kindly to being called names, so you better stop mouthing off.
Ah! When are those infernal reinforcements coming? What? We've lost contact! How is that even possible? Very well then. It appears I have no choice. All units attack! Permission to use your weapons has been granted.
Uh-oh. Sounds like things are about to get hectic over there.
The least you could do is show up and lend a hand.
Well, I would, but it's just that I had a hip disc replaced yesterday, so...
Oh, can it, will ya? Come here and help me.
I told you, I'm all about gathering intel. I'm no fighter. So, I sent some reinforcements.
Reinforcements?
Consider this my way of helping out. You've got this. Don't worry about me. I'm safe and sound over here.
I'm gonna kill you when this is all over.
What the?
It's been a minute since I jumped into the fray. It's exhausting.
Rosanna.
Rosanna!
I know my own name. You two don't have to repeat it.
Don't tell me you're the reinforcements.
Reinforcements? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb. There's no way my reinforcements could be this late. You have to be it.
Oh, I get it. You must be referring to that bunch we encountered a while back. Like shooting fish in a barrel, that was. You should have put a sign on them or something. At least I'd have known they were meant to back you up. Maybe I wouldn't have given them such a spanking.
All right. You don't have to kick the poor man when he's down.
Sakura?
That's rich coming from you. Aren't you the one who loves getting a rise out of him?
Ah!
I don't deny that, but still.
Have the people in the Outer Rim laid down their arms?
Yes, every last one. They wouldn't listen at first, but after a little convincing, they came to agree with me.
I'm sure they did.
The Underworld, Queen. I thought they locked you all up and threw away the key. What are you doing here? And why are you standing in my way? Mustang is going to hear from me about this. He may not be working for the central government anymore, but if he thinks I'm gonna let this slide, he's got another thing coming. You're all committing treason.
When the Raptures were invading the Ark, you seized the opportunity to deploy your troops to serve your own self-interest. And you're lecturing us about treason. What you're doing now is akin to a massacre. The senseless slaughter of defenseless people. The worst kind of evil possible. Didn't I warn you before? If you want to exercise physical force in this place, you need our permission. It appears you didn't take our warning to heart, so we'll have to be a bit more forceful in reminding you.
Consigliere,
Yes, boss.
crush them.
Yes, boss.
Kill them all!
You want some, you scumbags? Come and get it.
Jackal's brain scan results are ready. There's nothing that implicates her in the recent string of attacks.
That's unexpected.
She did chew through the cables tying the elevator to the surface, fought with Extrinsic after shutting off her auditory sensor, and sabotaged Macilis's main communications hub. She did all of this willingly. However, it doesn't go anywhere beyond that. At no point was she aware of her actions having any involvement in a greater plot against the Ark. There was one notable word, fireworks. But I'm fairly certain that is referring to actual fireworks and nothing more. It could potentially be an advanced form of mind control, but as of now, we've determined that Jackal was merely following orders issued to her from Crow and Viper, without any thought given to the repercussions.
In other words, she's a tabula rasa upon which the other two are painting.
Precisely. Therefore, we can't put the blame on her. However, it's also true that she took part in the random shooting where Commander was struck.
What? Did you say random shooting?
Some time ago, on the surface, during the search mission for the Pilgrim, we sent out the scouts as per Macilis's request. But for whatever reason, they went up ahead of schedule. Probably to join up with Exotic instead of carrying out reconnaissance. That's when it must have happened. We're presuming he didn't say anything incriminating against them, due to personal reasons of some kind. So, I plan to leave this matter in his hands.
In other words, not a single thing has been resolute. But it will end soon. Word on this street is that Crow and Viper are proceeding towards the Center of Magical Domicilis. It will only be a matter of time.
Right. We'll only have to wait a little longer.
Hey. Where's the captain and Viper for that matter? They weren't caught along with me, were they? That's a relief. I'm glad I was at least of some help to them.
Those two left you to die.
It's okay. I'm not much of a thinker, so I can't really help in that department. Captain and Viper both hung around and played with me, which is all I can really ask for.
Can you still not reach Siyuan?
Unfortunately, no.
Something doesn't seem right. Rappy is calling me. It's me. What?
Excellent! That rust bucket's jackal stupidity saved her life this time! We almost got into big trouble.
Commander, I just spoke with the instructor.
Have you gotten through to Siyuan? She's avoiding your calls. Why isn't she picking up? Who knows? Too much stress, maybe. Probably doesn't want to hear anything from anyone right about now.
Let's search the inside first. Wardress and Exotic are most likely already here. Siyuan is sure to follow soon.
Is this some kind of joke? There's nothing here. You're early. I came as fast as I could. Well, where are they? They're not here yet. Are you sure they're nearby? Positive. All right, if you say so. The communications hub was still down, so I made some impromptu alterations to the app. It'll go active once they're within 1 kilometer of us. Since we're not using Macilis' private line, concealing information isn't possible. But we should be able to cover it up later. You said they're nearby? All I've got to do is keep pressing this button, and their collars will go off once they're in range. You two, keep a lookout. What the? Why is my hand? I blocked all sensations in your hand. If you press that button, Crow and Viper will die, right? Yes. So... My eyes! I can't see!
What the hell are you?
Uni!
What are you doing?
Suen, why are you doing this to us? Why do you always treat us so poorly? Why do you call us scrap metal? Why do you swear and yell? Why?
You crazy hunk of junk! Have you lost your mind? I'll personally see to it that you're disposed of!
Uni, stop!
Mihara!
Stop. You mustn't go too far. I understand how you feel. I truly do. Just stop for a moment, and we can talk to her. You've made your point, okay?
I knew it. You're not Mihara.
What?
The real Mihara would always be on my side. She would understand me.
Oh. I may not remember everything, Uni. But I remember what kind of person you are. You're kind. You wouldn't hurt anyone. So please, stop this.
You don't remember anything! How can you say you know me? You're an imposter! You're not Mihara! The real Mihara is dead! You're not her! Suen killed her!
Uni, stop!
Suen must die! 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 I said die! No, I can't do it. I don't think I can kill her. And this... Commander?
I'm here. There's no cause for concern. Wait till I get my reloading. Cover me. Everything's hindrance to business.
So there's no force.
Removing now. I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Business. When time's over, let's finish this.
Fancy a drink? What's going on? Uni, what have you done?
Oh my god.
Commander? How did you get here? Oh, I see. You're here to kill Suen too, aren't you? You've suffered a lot because of her too. Well, she's right here. I've made it so that she can't see or move. We can kill her together.
Commander, I have a clean shot.
I say take the shot! She's gone crazy! Why is everyone telling me to stop? No one is saying anything to Suen. Why is it just me who has to listen to orders? Again? Why? Only me! Why do I have to stop and no one else?
Commander.
What? You will? But how?
How exactly? You're repeating yourself, Commander. You said that before to me. But Commander, you never did anything for us. My head feels so clear. I feel like I can do anything. So this is what Vaphouse can do. I can kill you both. Siyun and the Commander. Thank you for preparing this gift for me, Commander. Oh, no, you don't. Vaphouse is amazing! All I have to do is imagine it, and it becomes real! Amazing! I've blocked all sensations in your spine. This is the first time I've blocked so many sensations. It's working wonderfully. Don't worry, Commander. In a bit, you'll be right as rain. I know how much you think about me. As for Siyun... Time for you to say goodbye. Strange. Why aren't you feeling any pain? Mihara, did you do a sensory swap with Siyun?
Yumi, stop.
I knew you were an imposter. The swap should last for 10 minutes, right? Hang on just a little longer. Siyun. Say goodnight.
Yumi!
My head! My head! It hurts! Help! Someone please! Mihara! Mihara! Why did you protect Siyun? Why? Mihara! Tell me! Tell me, Mihara, why? What? What? Mihara! Blood! Your head is bleeding! Who did this? Get it out! Get it out of me! Mihara! Get up, Mihara! Mihara! Be quiet!
Did you kill her?
Of course.
Weren't you supposed to help her?
I gave her the chance to kill Siyun, didn't I? I can't help her if she doesn't have the stomach to go through with it. I've gotta hand it to you. You were pretty shocked to have found this place. Too bad you won't be able to change anything. Aren't you curious about why you're in this situation? There are two things I want to see. The first is the choice the Ark makes. The second is your fall from grace. Siyun was just a footnote. I'm sure you're wondering why I want to see you fall. You're too much of a hero. You can solve everything, and you always come out smelling like roses. I'm not complaining, honest. I'm quite fond of you. You could even say that I respect you. It's your connection with the Ark that I have an issue with. And for that, you're going down. You're not much different than a NIKKE. You follow orders blindly, and you'd sacrifice anything for the Ark's sake. Thanks to this Rapture invasion, NIKKEs and humans will see each other differently now. It could have been fun watching how you'd factor into everything, but I know you'd just get in the way. You act as an intermediary between NIKKEs and humans, with your heart loyal to both sides. Then presto, the situation is always resolved as if there was never anything wrong in the first place. You're one of a kind. A hero like you may never come again. The effect you've had, and continue to have on the Ark, is greater than you could possibly imagine. So the question is, what should be done? We need to bring you down to the dregs, make you no different from the rest of the Ark's filth. So, I'm taking you down a few pegs. But how do I go about that? Pierce your body? Let your trusted NIKKEs betray you? From what I've seen until now, you don't seem like someone who would be undone by such things. So the conclusion I've made is... having you kill a NIKKE with your own hands. You're enshrouded in a miasma of your own hatred, clouding your judgment. Your emotions took over you. If you were to murder a NIKKE, that would spell your downfall. Hate me. Kill me. Avenge your colleagues. And let the fall begin. What's this? You're talking? This is highly irregular. Your recovery skills are exceptional. I certainly hope so. I'll see you around, my leading man.
Where are we going?
Up to the surface.
Why there?
Because he'll follow us.
Huh?
We need to put as much distance between us and this place in order to let the resentment build.
Ugh.
You want to know why, don't you?
Jackal is still alive. Are we not going to look for her?
Looking for Jackal right now would be suicidal.
She's waiting for us.
No, I told her not to wait. So she won't.
Then what'll happen to her?
How should I know?
Was all that with Uni and the counters really necessary?
What's gotten into you? You're acting strange all of a sudden.
I'm just saying. I think pretending would have been enough. You could have made it look real.
You're worried about what'll happen to him, aren't you?
I'd be lying if I said no.
I know you've been helping him. I thought you were just having some innocent fun, but apparently not.
Honey was trying to help us the entire time. Until you went and killed his friends. He kept repeating how he was on our side, and that he was willing to hear us out. This, despite how cruel we've been to him. Even after all that Uni has done, he never gave up on her. I think he was genuine.
And what exactly is your point?
There is no point. I'm saying that you went too far.
I'm going to ask a question, and I want a proper answer. Have you fallen for him?
What? What are you saying? Me? Fall for Honey? He's just a plaything that provides me with some amusement. You should take good care of your toys, right? Once they break, it's over.
Well, that certainly sounds like you. What are you doing? Viper?
Wait, let me think. Yes, that's it. I've changed. It's been that way for a while now. That's why I can't stop thinking about him, and wanted to help him so badly. I guess I have fallen for him. Why am I only just now figuring this out? It all makes sense now. I've never truly liked someone until now. So I wasn't certain. I think it's time I bow out of this whole thing. I'm going to turn myself in and hope they grant me some leniency. To be fair, all I really did was send a few texts. I'll try and ask them not to give me a memory wipe. My Honey will have my back, so I don't think it'll be a problem, right?
So, at long last, the venomous snake has been poisoned itself. I knew this day would come. I always thought you would put up more of a fight, though. I'm a little disappointed.
Do you know who I just sent a text to? The two people who want to kill you more than anything. As a matter of fact, one of them is right above us.
What?
Crow. What were you thinking? Blasting a hole in the Ark?
You survived the explosion, thank goodness. Actually, on second glance, I'm not so sure about that. Those burns are looking pretty nasty. You may die at any moment.
I've put up with your skullduggery long enough. This time, you've crossed the line. Why did you do it?
There were a few things I wanted to confirm.
Like what?
No comment.
Because of what you did, the entire Outer Rim is about to be exterminated. Half the Ark lies in ruins.
You don't say.
When did you first think about betraying me?
Always. From the very beginning.
I considered you a friend.
That's a shame because I have no friends. I thought I did once, but not anymore.
EH, let me join you.
I have plenty to say to you as well, Viper.
What? Didn't I allow you to shadow us? I treated your wounds, and I led you to Crow. Didn't I do my part? Won't you forgive me?
We're far from even. But I also won't turn down any help you're offering. My time is just about up.
All right, then let's hurry up while you're still ticking.
I've got you now.
I don't think so. All we have to do is wait a little longer. You'll succumb to your injuries and then I'll be home free.
Before that happens, I can still kill you.
Just look at yourself. You're a mess.
The Ark's elite troops will be here soon. It looks like they've taken care of most of the raptures that came into the Ark. Then I'll prepare to surrender. Honey, you're here. Are you here to kill Crow? Don't do it. No need to dirty your hands. Let's hand her over to the central government. Let them take care of her. You've got to listen to me, honey. I'm surrendering. I'm going to tell the truth. How and why this all happened, and who's responsible. You see Crow over there? I'm practically handing her over on a silver platter. So I'd be really grateful if you put in a good word for me. What? Nothing! I told you, I'm going to surrender. Honey! I know trusting me may seem impossible right about now, but you've got to listen to me. Are you going to kill Crow? Don't do it! You can't! Just take a deep breath. Honey...
See you in.
Who is it?
It's me, Ingrid.
Where am I?
Macilis's medical center.
Where did they go? My head!
Considering you took a bullet to the head, you're probably still feeling some pain there. You've got some serious bruises and severe fractures. Don't move around too much.
What's wrong with my hand? It's shaking on its own.
The sequelae are severe. It will take some time before you can start moving freely again.
How long? I'm asking how long?
You shouldn't be agitated right now. You need to rest.
Exotic. Wardress.
We're chasing Crow and Viper down. They couldn't have gone far. This will all be over soon. Wardress has been taken to the repair center for the time being. This all must be very hard for Mihara.
Shit!
I told you to lie still.
Be quiet. I have something to do. It's working. Wait. No. I pressed the wrong one.
Please, can you trust me? I'm sorry for all the lies and deception. I truly am. This is bad. I'm not really good with apologies. Wait, this is... So, this is how it ends. really are a good person, honey. Even now, you want to help. It would have been nice if I'd known someone like you earlier and recognized what I was feeling. Take care of Jackal. That big dummy needs someone to look after her.
Hey! Grow!
Oof! How about we continue this discussion on the surface? That's a shame. What the? Are you going to shoot me? Is that how you plan to hold me accountable? Interesting interpretation. I told you, I want to see you fall from grace. And I think I've succeeded. You should see your face right now. How many times in your life have you ever made that expression before? I'm probably the first person to have ever seen it. That alone is the sweetest reward of all. The Ark has lost their hero, and now they will have to choose. Ouch. Harsh. So are you. Now that all your friends are dead. So are you going to shoot me? Then do it. Fulfill your destiny and fall. Then let me become your first. It's an honor.
Commander, please drop your weapon. It's finished now. But you didn't. Well, I did shoot first. So you didn't have to. You can never fall to the dark side. We will never let that happen. Likewise. I'm glad you didn't do that.
Okay, let me break this down. Let's start with Crow. Robbie blasted her right in the dome with a well-timed suppression bullet. She was knocked unconscious, got carried away by the central government, and had a brain scan conducted on her. That scan confirmed she was the ringleader behind the recent string of attacks. It also confirmed that everyone else involved was merely being used by her. Well, about that.
Even though your nymph was operating normally, you will be studied extensively for the various acts of wanton violence you have committed.
Studied?
We believe that you are able to control the nymph using your own will alone. This requires further investigation.
Gosh, I feel so special.
As you can imagine, this will be far from a routine examination. We will be tinkering with your brain until we find everything that we want to know. Once we've done that, Enoch will determine the best path toward rehabilitation.
I see.
Don't even think about wiping your own memory. If any self-destruct signal is detected, the nymph will forcibly...
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I know how impressive my memory is. I'd be a fool to want to destroy it.
That's what she said. Full of bravado until the bitter end. There.
It happened again? I will not let this stand! Why are Tetra's squads interfering with the central government anyway?
Consider on what you've done up until now. I don't think you should even be talking.
The Ark was under siege. It doesn't take a genius to know it had to come from that garbage heap. I saw EH with my own 2 eyes. She was getting on the elevator, and she had a bomb in her hands.
And yet, you let her get away as well.
Ugh.
Let me ask you something. Did you have any evidence to back up these accusations you have against the Outer Rim?
Are you deaf? I just told you. That place is a hotbed for terrorists.
If you had eyes, you would have seen for yourself that there wasn't one seul person in the entire Outer Rim who was armed. Tell me then, on what grounds could you possibly justify marching in there with your petite armée? It sounds to me like you were conducting a massacre!
What if it was? What are you gonna do about it? What has the Outer Rim ever done for the Ark? We could wipe it off the map, and Enoch wouldn't say a word.
Are you willing to accept les repercussions?
What?
The reason Enoch isn't making a move is simple. She knows that my queens could crush you like an insect. And do you truly believe that the Outer Rim doesn't benefit the Ark in any way? If so, vous are sorely mistaken.
What kind of gibberish is this?
Très bien! Go ahead! Go straight to the Outer Rim and fire away! I won't stop you. Let's see for ourselves what judgment Enoch will reach. Go on, hurry!
I don't feel like it right now.
Oh, that's too bad. I would like to remind you of one thing, however. When my queens were protégées at the Outer Rim, they also saved your skin. You owe me.
That's more or less what was said. But they couldn't escape the fact that they roughed up central government troops. Sakura, Rosanna, and Moran were all about to get their memories wiped, but Mustang stepped in and made a deal with the government. In exchange for them keeping their memories, Tetra's main broadcasting channel will be handed over to the central government. What? It's the only reason the Underworld Queens aren't walking vegetables right now.
But then, how is Mustang going to make any money?
He's got his fingers in a lot of pies, so losing the broadcasting channel won't be a death blow. However, the central government will now have virtually complete control over all broadcasting systems in the Ark. I just met with Mustang briefly, and he seemed fine.
C'est bon, ami! Fighting up from the bottom is my specialty!
That's what he said. Mustang will be fine. He always is.
Thanks to him, the Outer Rim didn't sustain too much damage.
Commanding everyone to lay down their weapons was a masterstroke. If everyone had been armed, they'd have gotten drawn into the carnage.
Uni has been placed in solitary confinement at the rehabilitation center. She's refusing to speak, and is more or less catatonic. Running a brain scan is impossible since she doesn't have any nymph, so the central government is at a loss. They won't be forgiving her for that shelter escapade of hers, so I can't see things ending well for her. She'll remain locked in solitary confinement until it's certain that she's behind the shelter incident.
Once it's been confirmed, then what?
She'll be scrapped.
I see.
And Mihara?
Mihara. Uni and the three of us were all shot by Crow's suppression bullets. But Mihara got shot in the head by a termination pistol. The damage was extensive, and she was sent to the repair center. However, her nymph interfered with the brain surgery. It most likely perceived the operation as an external attack. They were left with no choice but to remove the nymph. And it was during this procedure that a memory wipe occurred. After some treatment, her nymph was re-uploaded. She's still recovering at the moment.
At any rate, everything more or less seems to be under control. As for the Raptures, there are only a few stragglers left in the Ark, so things should settle down soon enough. The shelter will be reopened once we've confirmed all Raptures have been eliminated. This was a big one, in every sense of the word.
They're going to declare that the hole in the Ark's roof was a result of deterioration from the facility's aging. If word gets out that this occurred because of one NIKKE's doing, the central government's reputation will hit rock bottom. The ironic thing is that, as a result, popular opinion regarding NIKKE's is now at an all-time high. It's become more apparent than ever how indispensable NIKKE's are to protecting humanity, especially after Matisse's display up on the surface. I'm sure the central government is intending to use this newfound goodwill to its advantage.
What happened to Siwin?
Uni really did a number on her, so she's in intensive care right now. When she's able to walk again, she'll be judged by Enoch. We'll just have to wait and see what happens next.
There's something I still don't get, though. Why do you think Crow shot suppression bullets at us?
She must have wanted to push the commander to the brink. Of course, the moment you think about it, the holes start to show. It doesn't matter how much mental fortitude you have. If you want to be free from the nymph, then your inhibitor needs to be deactivated. There's no way around that.
I don't blame you. Crow was probably counting on that happening.
Crow's ultimate goal was for the commander to avenge our supposed deaths. Once you'd killed her, it wouldn't matter that we were still alive. At that point, it'd be too late. You'd have crossed that line.
What a sadistic trick. But, Rappy, how were you able to move first?
I used it a little bit.
You mean Red Hood?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. It was only for a moment.
That's a relief, but...
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time, Commander.
I'll walk with you.
Enoch's gonna make her verdict. This shouldn't be a big deal, right?
Definitely not.
Ingrid.
Harper.
It's been a while.
It has.
How am I looking?
Your burns have been aggravated. They're pumping you with painkillers. Should be 2 days, max.
Right. Can I ask you a favor?
Go ahead.
Make me a NIKKE. I know it's probably impossible, and that no one will probably give me the time of day. But I want to atone for what I've done. All the fear people felt thanks to me. It's all hitting me at once. I want to redeem myself. Please.
Okay. I'll make the necessary preparations.
Thank you. Truly. Ingrid, am I too far gone?
Yes. But you can still try.
This sucks. What's the fun of laughing alone?
Want me to join you then?
Huh? Viper!
Hey there, kiddo. How you holding up?
You're okay? You're all put together again!
Apparently, the angle was off just a tad, and the brunt of the explosion missed my brain. Having said that, my head was completely blown to smithereens, so I had to get a new one made.
You're kidding! That's amazing!
You bet it is. And it's all thanks to a special someone grasping at my collar. I owe him my life. Now I like him even more.
Huh? Say that again? My ears still aren't working so good.
Forget it. It's nothing.
So, what do we do now?
Listen carefully to me, Jackal. We're lucky that we're still alive. Fortunately, I ended up doing something that helped them turn the situation around. Now that EH is MIA, there's no telling what's going to happen in the Outer Rim. Going forward, there are going to be even more eyes on that place. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
Alright, sounds great! What is that exactly?
The exact same thing we've been doing. With one slight alteration. No more lies. No more screwing around. If we lie or horse around, then we'll be in big trouble.
Yikes, I don't want that!
Neither do I. We've got C4 strapped to our necks, so if we step out of line, it's farewell to our noggins, and that's no one's idea of a fun time.
What was that? I still can't hear very well.
Forget it. Anyway, let's get to work, shall we?
Heck yeah!
Huh. Jackal,
Yeah?
don't you have something to ask me?
I don't want to ask.
Why?
I don't like being sad.
Okay.
Welcome. I still have things left to do. I still need to keep track of the movements of the Raptures that still remain in the Ark. So this will be quick. First, you apprehended the culprit of the Ark terror attack and cleared the Outer Rim's name, thereby preventing mass casualties. Second, you resolved the situation with minimal casualties during the so-called shelter incident. Third, you annihilated several Raptures that invaded the Ark. On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows. You have received a promotion up 3 ranks. However, first, along with Suen, intentionally bringing raptures into the vicinity of the Ark. Second, you concealed the existence of the Vop House, which could have been a major resource to the Ark. On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows. Your promotion up 3 ranks is revoked. Your current rank will remain unchanged. You did well. I must get back to my original tasks. Yes? That's right. Pertaining to the Ark, the worst-case scenario would be 2 or more heretics breaching the Ark. If the Ark consolidated all its resources, it might be possible to retaliate, but untold devastation would occur during the ensuing altercation. Would you like additional intel on the extent of the damage and how long it would take to conduct repairs? I'm afraid I cannot divulge that information at present. I am under orders not to discuss the pilgrim known as Dorothy. Goodbye.
Things in the Ark seem to be bad.
It's nearly taken care of. You don't need to worry.
Anything I can do to lend a hand?
No, it's okay. We can take care of it.
All right then. Oh, did you receive my gift? It's something I found up on the surface. It's rather rare.
The heretic? Nihilista, you mean? I had her put into MMR's Atlas cage right away. The tech team was over the moon.
I'm glad they were pleased.
You came at a different time than you said you would. Why is that?
Well, you originally wanted me to use that secret elevator, as you called it, and ride it straight to the Ark, right? I was going to do that, but then there was all that business with the gaping hole in the Ark's roof. Once the heretics showed up, I decided to help out.
You drew too much attention to yourself. I'm just glad all the citizens were in the shelters. If they had seen you and that heretic, we'd have had a real mess on our hands.
That's why I did it.
What?
I did it so the humans in the Ark could see me. But you're telling me that everyone was cloistered off in the shelters? That's a shame. It would have been a hell of a show. I missed the chance to give some people a memory that would last a lifetime. I was going to go out and bash some raptures while I was in the area, but I'm suddenly feeling bereft of inspiration.
You should have kept your arrival in the Ark a secret. Now everyone knows you're here. Thanks to you, people are asking for an explanation.
I go out of my way to catch a heretic, and you're blaming me? If I hadn't stepped in to help, I think it's easy to assume what state the Ark would be in.
The Ark is strong. They could easily dispose of a heretic.
Oh, so my contribution means nothing then?
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying it's complicated because your arrival was so ostentatious.
I've been meaning to ask. Why do you want to keep my coming to the Ark all hush-hush? So what if a pilgrim comes to the Ark? Is that the end of the world? Is there something you're not telling me?
No, not at all. I'm just scared, that's all.
Scared? Of what?
right now, the situation is mostly taken care of, but the fact remains that enemies from the outside encroached on the Ark. If a pilgrim were to show up at a time like that and declare war, it'd be pandemonium. Granted, any suspicions towards you have been assuaged somewhat thanks to your taking care of that heretic. But I still don't know what you're after.
I see.
So, while we're on that topic, I'd like you to make everything perfectly clear to me. Why did you come to the Ark and ask to see me?
I want to make a pact between the Ark and Eden. And I want to be the ambassador of that pact.
A pact? Between the Ark and Eden?
That's right.
What kind of pact?
Let's start with something simple. Sharing our technology, resources, and manpower. You scratch our back, and we'll scratch yours.
Huh.
Eden is far more technologically advanced than the Ark. But there's something we're lacking that you have in spades.
Resources and manpower, I presume.
Bingo. I've gotta say, you're easier to talk to than I thought.
But... I don't know the details, but doesn't Eden despise the Ark?
Indeed they do. That's where I come in. I can be a goodwill ambassador, a mediator between Eden and the Ark. You don't look too convinced. You want to know how Eden was able to exist on the surface all this time? The answers are all in there.
You mean...
A full breakdown of the data used for our large-scale optical camouflage technology. I hope you will be able to put it to good use.
Optical camouflage?
If you've got this, reclaiming the surface is no longer a pipe dream.
Right.
Well, do you trust me now? To be honest, I think I've gone above and beyond here. We haven't had trade relations for ages, yet I've schlepped over here, taken down a heretic, and given you our optical camouflage technology. If you don't trust me after all that, then I think I'll just have to turn around and head back.
Wait. I'll talk to the leaders. I'll try and sway them.
That's good news.
So, what will you be doing until then? I'll help in any way I can, within reason, of course.
I'd love to explore the Ark a little more.
Okay, I'll ask the ACPU. Some areas will be off-limits, but you'll be able to explore most of the Ark.
Much appreciated.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Why did you contact the Ark out of the blue? Eden had been radio silent for so long. Why change that?
They decided the timing was right. Let's just say it was triggered by an encounter with a harmless human being. He made me realize what I wanted.
I see. Well then, keep in touch.
Will do.
Polly!
Yes, Deputy Chief? No problems on this end.
I would like you to continue to be Dorothy's guide. Is that okay?
Sure, we'd be honored to.
Thank you. Also, keep a close eye on Dorothy and report back to me.
You got it.
Hey, Dorothy! Looks like we're in charge of showing you around. This is gonna be fun!
I think so as well. I'm looking forward to it.
Is there anything in particular you want to see?
I want to see somewhere where there's a lot of people.
Well, everyone is still waiting inside the shelters. The doors will only open once all the raptures have been eliminated and it's been declared safe.
That should be in about 2 days. In that case, I've heard of a place called MMR. Can I go there? Oh, geez, sorry, but that's a top secret area. I'm afraid you can't go there.
Not quite. The deepest recesses are off limits, but the other areas are open to the general public for field trips and the like.
Oh, is that right? I had no idea.
Miranda, you took someone there only a few days ago.
Oh, right! I remember now.
Anyway, do you still want to go?
Sure. So this is where Cecil stayed. It's blander than I thought it would be.
Sorry?
Nothing. What do people see here when they come on field trips?
Oh, just an overview of the Ark's technology through the ages. Sometimes they'll let you test out some new experimental technology. They typically run tests every day of the week, but I'm not sure if, with the raptor situation... Oh, there we go. If we use the screen here, you can get a good look.
What is that door?
That's the door leading deeper inside the building. That's where all of the Ark's core technology is stored, so access is restricted to only a select few. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like on the other side, since I've never been there myself.
I see.
Would you like to check out the second floor? They've got a vending machine up there, and the hot dogs are...
Whoa. Polly? I feel really sleepy.
Well, it's no wonder. You haven't rested all day. What's going on?
Polly... sorry, but I'm going to sleep for a bit.
Why would it... in the Ark?
Are you two okay?
Get away from here.
They're not dead, just unconscious. The alpha particle concentration is through the roof. How can that be? We're not even on the surface. Particle concentration is high enough that it's affecting my motor skills. Something strange is going on here.
Well, well, what do we have here? You're the one from Eden, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Nihilister. You recovered faster than I thought you would.
How did you know about that? Wait a moment. You're the one who snuck up on me, weren't you?
That's right. You've got so many exposed vital areas, it was like shooting fish in a barrel.
You're quite a crack shot. So good, in fact, that you were able to hit the exact spot I wanted you to. Dead nuts.
You allowed yourself to get shot?
Of course. How else was I supposed to play dead and have it be convincing? I knew these morons would take me to the Ark straight away to try and start dissecting me. No flames are hot enough for these puny insects. But I must admit, the never-ending stupidity of humans never ceases to amuse me. They always end up getting too greedy and tripping over themselves. You didn't have to drag me all the way here, though. You know what it feels like to have your head dragged across the ground for miles? It's no picnic.
You're going through an awful lot of trouble.
Oh, believe me, for what I'm planning, it's all gonna be worth it.
I won't bother asking. You're going to fail anyway.
Is that what you think?
Wait. Where did your weapons go?
You only noticed that just now. You're dumber than I thought. I had to feed them, so they'd grow big and strong.
Excuse me. Proceed to MMR immediately. There's a large amount of alpha particles emitting from deep inside MMR. It's impossible to conduct any scans, so the current situation is unclear. The Ark is rallying its forces and dispatching them to MMR. Please hurry and meet with them. There is. That's why I contacted you directly.
Tell us.
The alpha particle concentration there is some of the highest we've ever seen. We only saw numbers like this a few times before. One of those instances was during an engagement with a heretic Indivilia. During this skirmish, Indivilia was seriously injured due to a joint attack from Matisse and Absolute. As it fled, it began reversing the damage it sustained. At that time, ultra-high concentrations of alpha particles were observed. It jams all communication devices in the immediate vicinity and shuts down most of a NIKKE's functions. It operates essentially as a smokescreen to buy itself time to retreat. Material H, which is also being kept secure in the Atlas cage, is a fragment of the heretic Indivilia. Nihilister's intention all along was to get access to MMR's core. She faked her own death in order to gain access to that place. It can be presumed that her ultimate goal is to make off with Material H and use it to resurrect Indivilia. If that happens, we will have two heretics inside the Ark. Precisely. The worst-case scenario? The Ark will be damaged beyond repair. Dorothy's last known location was MMR. If it comes down to it, unite with a Pilgrim Dorothy to defeat the heretics. I will be focusing on clearing up the alpha particles near you and your squad. Even then, the concentration will remain high, but there should be no major effects on any of your primary functions. Please hurry.
Is anyone else not okay with this? We don't even have Pow Pows. What are we gonna do if there really are two heretics waiting for us in there? Huh?
We've beaten a heretic before. We can do it again.
I guess you're right.
Roger.
Right.
Visual confirmation on Material H.
Alpha particle concentration confirmed as well. It's a little high, but shouldn't pose a problem with our battle functions.
Nihilister didn't waste any time redecorating the place.
It hasn't become a heretic just yet, so we're only dealing with one, just like before.
I guess things could be worse.
She is fighting Dorothy near MMR.
Let's send this heretic home crying for her mama.
Yeah.
It's time, Commander. Encounter.
Retribution draws near.
Victory! With me on your team, did you expect anything else?
All clear. Material H is no longer active.
Whew, at least we've taken care of the urgent part. Next up, Nihilate.
Hey, you guys. Don't you think it's a bit odd?
What?
Didn't Enix say all the Ark's forces were coming here? How come no one's here?
Commander, contact Enoch.
What's going on? What the? The entire building is collapsing!
It's a setup.
They fashioned a room! It's an illusion?
So that thing we just took out...
Was an illusion, meant to distract us. We're too late.
Nihilister, are you there?
It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm full.
Small wonder, considering how many Nikkes you gorged on. Those poor saps kept coming like a conveyor belt. They might as well have been begging, please, eat me!
Are there any more?
Of course. The Ark is full of Nikkes. Let's see. How about we start with these ones?
Sure.
Huh? Annie!
Ah. This body has been reconstructed. So there should be no more absorption function. I can't believe I'm using a sword instead of a tentacle. What a fool.
Well, forget it. I can take my time to get familiar with it.
Commander! Look at that heretic's tail. It's in the shape of a sword. That's what got Anise and Neon. It's incredibly fast, so be careful. It's okay. They're not dead yet. If we're not too late, they can live.
Yes? We have nothing on record. The Matisse and Absolute Squad are en route to your location, but it will be 20 minutes before they arrive. Even with their assistance, your victory is far from assured. She is setting up a sniper's nest, 1 kilometer away.
Good to see you, human. Meeting you in the Ark brings back memories. How are things? Have you been well? So sorry to disappoint you.
Great. Now there's 3 of them. You there. Rappy, was it? Cover me. I'll buy us some time.
No, you cover me.
What?
Enoch,
Yes?
mark the closest ejection elevators going up from the Ark to the surface. Dorothy and I will drive the heretics and Chatterbox over there. Once we get them trapped in one of the elevators, send it up and blow up the shaft leading up to the surface.
There's no way that plan will work.
You're wrong. It is possible. Commander, you have to find me. Inputting liberation code. Operating level increasing to limit of sub-generator. Secret body. Activate!
Recognition complete. Codename Red Hood. Fully active. 10 minutes remaining. After that, control must be transferred to another host.
More than enough time.
What is that?
Time to finish this.
What the holy mother of... What is this?
What the hell is going on?
What are you?
Thanks for the gift. You're not welcome here. Dorothy!
Coming. Am I falling behind?
Enoch, now!
Opening surface elevator. Ejecting. Elevator ejection complete. Surface reached. Route has been destroyed and cordoned off. The 2 heretics and Chatterbox have been ejected from the Ark.
Is that all there is to report?
Yes, that's all, sir.
Very well. How are you two feeling?
We're fine. Just a bit of lingering dizziness. I'm A-okay.
I'm glad. Both of you did well. Now get some rest.
All right, we'll be on our way. See you later!
spy? Huh. As soon as Nihilista entered the Ark, Dorothy showed up. Dorothy defeated Nihilista, who got transferred to MMR. Soon after, Dorothy heads to the MMR, whereupon Nihilista, Indivilia, and Chatterbox are all revived. It's too much of a coincidence. Enoch!
Yes?
What is the probability that Nihilista is working with Dorothy?
After a thorough assessment, I have determined there is a high probability. There is also a significant possibility that they both intend on overthrowing the Ark. Nothing has shown up to prove this conclusively, however.
Okay. Thank you.
Might I offer a suggestion?
What is it?
We must prepare, in the event the heretics show up again.
I understand your rationale, but the Ark is in complete disarray right now. I'm not sure if we have the capabilities necessary to...
I have a plan. In light of the current situation, I have determined that we lack the necessary physical strength. The Ark's autonomous weaponry failed to respond in any meaningful way. We require a greater physical force that can respond to this type of emergency.
Are you suggesting we increase the number of autonomous weapons?
No. I'm suggesting that we increase the production of Nikkes.
But Nikkes are being produced as we speak. Ah!
I am suggesting that we produce new Nikkes of my own design. I will also operate them myself. There is sufficient data for their production. The same goes for their operation. With your approval, I can complete production within the week.
How many units do you have in mind?
2.
Is that all?
That is all the force that will be required for the Ark's defensive purposes.
Ah. Very well. You have my approval. A lot of people died today. But we lost a lot of Nikkes too. The greater our defensive forces, the better.
We are unable to trace the whereabouts of those who were ejected up to the surface. The fact that none of them has returned must mean something has happened. I assume you intend to go find Dorothy and Rappy. Good. We can use you tracking down the Pilgrim as a pretext. Any idea where you would start? Okay. I will let you handle it. It's just as you said. You'll need to bring Rappy back in more ways than one. I can't tell you much more than that, unfortunately. It's something that could send the entire Ark toppling down. That has nothing to do with me. This is classified information of the highest order. I am not in the position to divulge anything. But if while carrying out an assignment, a special operations unit chances upon the information, then that would mean the information has been leaked, and there is nothing I can do about that. Good. Oh, and one more thing. Anderson has apparently come too. He's likely to call you over to his room soon, so just a heads up.
I'm only just getting some movement back. You've got some nerve asking me to come here. My head is killing me.
Welcome.
Hey, you're the one who's going to judge me? Really? Using AI? You think I'm just gonna roll over and accept whatever ruling you toss out? I'm Suin, the CEO of Miscellus. You do know how important Miscellus is to the Ark, don't you? If something happens to me, then the Ark is done for. You got that? Keep that in mind when you're making your judgment. My head is pounding, so let's get the show on the road.
I will make my judgment. First, you intentionally lured Raptures into the Ark for the benefit of Macilis. Second, you were unable to take care of your own squad and prevent the attacks on the Ark. Third, you personally attempted to destroy exotic squad members in order to cover your tracks. Fourth, you neglected your own wardress squad and failed to prevent a shelter incident. Your actions have resulted in a terrible loss of human life and material resources. On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows.
Yeah, can we wrap this up? Just tell me how much the fine is so I can be on my way.
You will be turned into a NIKKE. As you have made great contributions to the Ark in the past, your brain will not be subjected to a memory wipe. However, your propensity for illicit actions and thoughts are likely to cause further issues, so we will calibrate it through Nymph. You will become a NIKKE and be stripped of your position as CEO of Macilis Industry. You will be placed under the commander of the Special Division Counters. That is all.
What?
What in the blue hell? What is this? How the hell did this even happen?
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
We've achieved our primary goal. We've been revived.
But what about my pride? I scampered off with my tail between my legs!
I thought you gave up any notion of pride when you played dead and let yourself be dragged all that way.
You better shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
My apologies.
Chatterbox.
What?
Who on earth was that thing? What was up with her head turning red? She went berserk.
I'm not sure myself. It's my first time seeing that.
You don't know? So that's it.
Seems so.
Well, go and find out! Nothing gets through this half-breed's thick skull if you say it nicely.
I don't see why it's necessary to use slurs.
Well, I do. What are you gonna do to me? You should all be thanking me. I'm the one who provided all that tasty grub for you two. You're only here because of me. Without me, you'd both be in a scrap heap being dismantled for spare parts. So for the last time, go find out about that crimson son of a bitch!
I don't answer to you. The only orders I follow are those from the Queen.
What are you blabbering about? The Queen doesn't even know who you are.
I don't care. I've been saved by the Queen. I had lost my way and was on the verge of dying, but the Queen saved me. So, she's the only one who gets to order me around. Not you.
Whoa. Well done for you and your commendable sense of loyalty.
Nihilister. It appears these parts are slow to regenerate.
What? Alright. It could be because it's a main part. I hate to keep repeating myself, but don't forget, it's these parts that saved your lives.
I see. The armed part is gone. Chatterbox,
Yes.
aren't you hungry?
Actually, now that I think about it, I am a little hungry.
What are you two on about?
Don't you dare! Stay back! I said, stay away from me!